in the last year when the world's most famous athlete, Tiger Woods, literally got caught with his pants down. Now, his actions led to his divorce, which, as you know, became final this past summer. But he's not the only athlete we've covered. There have been plenty of others, not to mention actors, celebrities, politicians. In fact, remember when we first started, President Bill Clinton's extramarital affair landed adultery on the front page of every newspaper across the world for weeks. Each time since then, we've asked, why did these men cheat on the women they say they love, and why did those women put up with it? Well, this time, in the interest of fairness, we're not focusing on the men, we're focusing on women adulterers, because there are plenty of them out there as well. Listen to this. According to infidelityfacts.com, 54% of all women admit they've cheated in a relationship, often with a coworker. Another 68% say they'd have an affair if they thought they could get away with it and never get caught. And for many of the women, they say the affairs involve little or no sex. If you're saying, well, what's the point? We're going to find out. The reasons for cheating differ from men, as Dr. Deborah Lano found out in researching her latest ebook, 11 Reasons Why Women Cheat. She's here to tell us what some of them are. Okay, Deb, you've gotten my attention with the title of that book. Good to have you back with us.
Glad to be back.
You're our go-to gal when it comes to sex and infidelity. And we've talked quite often in the past about men and why they're always stepping out on the women they say they love. When you did the research for the women, were you surprised at the reasons they say they step outside a relationship?
I wasn't really surprised, just because I deal with that in practice very often, actually. But, you know, one of the things that I really was surprised at is one of the reasons in my book is just because we can now, you know, which to me was a little bit shocking. I mean, you can see the truth in it if you really kind of look at, you know, women these days. But, you know, I can do this.
So you're saying it's equal opportunity and it extends to infidelity?
Yeah.
Well, these guys that are fooling around with somebody, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we so often overlook that. We always look at the men and say, well, why are they doing it? But they're doing it with someone.
And it's interesting that you had mentioned work, because workplace is one of the top places that individuals, females specifically, do have affairs, because the access is there, essentially, you know?
Okay, so one of the reasons you found is because they can do it.
They can do it.
But was there another overwhelming factor that you found across the board for why women cheat?
Absolutely, and that was with regards to needs.